Okay, boys and girls, we're going to do a video on the key of E. Now this is way more advanced than the ones previous. Again, I'd start out with the video on the key of G, because G is a nice easy key to learn and it's very usable, especially if you have a capo. You can play 90% of the songs out there using the key of G and it sounds okay. Key of C is a bit more situational but still highly useful, especially if you're a female vocalist. A lot of female vocalists like to play songs in the key of D, which is pretty easy to do with a capo and knowing how to play the key of C. Now we're going to get into the key of E, and I'm going to make this video a little bit more quick-paced than the other two because at this point you should be more advanced. This is not like high-level guitar, but it's not beginner guitar either, right? So hopefully you can pick this up quickly. So again, 1, 4, 5, 6. You guys have heard this before. That's what most songs are written in these days. And so our one chord, our root chord, is going to be E. By now, hopefully you know what a baby E chord is, but if not, it's open, open. I'm going to take that pointer finger and put it down on the third string, the G string on the first fret, and then 2, 2, and open. 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, open. That's an E. Now, when we play in the key of E, I'm going to teach you how to play open chords. Open chords are not baby chords. They use a lot of open strings and common dyads and triads to make the sound fuller and richer. So it's far more situational, but it's quite beautiful. You can, excuse me. So those are the 4 chords we're going to learn, and as you can tell, there's a lot of open strings. These top 2 strings I'm never touching. Even if I played the actual chords that I'm playing, I would have to touch those strings. But in this case, I'm leaving them open, hence open chords, right? So the E chord, from there, that's our 1. So our 4 is going to be E, F, G, A. So we need to play an A, but we're not going to play any A. We are going to play an A with only 2 strings. So this is an A4. So I'm going to do open, open, 2, 2, open, open. Open, open, 2, 2, open, open. You hear how beautiful that rich that sound is, right? From there, I'm going to slide these fingers up to, and actually, you know what? I'm going to use my pinky finger here to make things easier. So I'm going to use my ring and pinky finger. See how these 2 aren't doing anything? Reason is, now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide up 2 frets. And if you're paying attention, you know now I'm probably going to be trying to play a B, but that A doesn't sound quite right in that chord because this would be like a B add 9. I don't like that, or a B add 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pointer finger and I'm going to hold down the A string on the 2nd fret. So again, from A, you can see how using my pinky finger and ring finger made things a little bit faster. So too, if I go back to the E, using my ring finger and pinky finger and keeping that index finger out, just makes it a little quicker to switch. Thinking ahead, right? You got to think ahead as a guitarist. So this is an easier transition than moving all of my fingers, right? So instead, So now I have my 1, E, I have my 4, A, I have my 5, B, but I need my 6 minor. And in this case, if you play piano or know music theory, we know it's going to be a C sharp minor, So to get there, I have to go up 2 more frets. You can see that I'm not actually hitting that low E on this chord. It doesn't sound fantastic. I can actually reach over with my middle finger and mute it if I want, which I can do actually for the B and A as well. But in this case, I don't mind the E on that B. So I'm not actually pressing down on the string. I'm just muting it. That actually is the opening to a song called, I don't remember the name of the song, but it's by Jars of Clay. Take It All Away, maybe it's called? Jars of Clay. Good acoustic guitar group. At any rate, so now you know E, A, B, C sharp minor. Okay, so that's the first half of the video. Now we're going to go to the second half, and this is going to be the next level up from that. So you've already done G and C, which is beginner guitar. Now you're going to get to more intermediate kind of chords, intermediate chords. So I have here the C sharp. I can go up to, well, that doesn't work, does it? If I go, that's a C sharp, that would be a D. That doesn't really work. D sharp, ooh, that sounds horrible. But now listen to this. E. That sounds pretty good. That's in my E chord. That's also an E chord. See how it's the same? So I can actually just keep that same chord shape and play all the way up and down the guitar. Okay? And in fact, if you're a fan of 90s or 2000s rock, a band called Creed, right? So that octave slide, now in this case I'm using my ring finger to mute that middle string because these two strings, these two, are the same note. So I'm just sliding that octave and using my ring finger to mute that middle string, right? So there you have it. That's another way to play E. Now, if I want to get really funky and really fun, take that, remember that E chord down here, that baby E chord? Open, 1, 2, 2. If I slide that up a bit to the 5th fret, now I have an open A. That's on the 5th fret. If I go up 2 more frets to the 7th fret, I have an open B. So I can play an A here or here, same chord, or a B there or there, same chord. So, again, intermediate guitar. If you are playing in the key of E, and again, if you have a singer who wants to sing in F, just capo on the 1st fret and play in E, it's fine. In this case, I can, in the light parts of the song, I can play my chords up here. E, 4, 5, 6, 1, 4, or A, 5, or B, and 6, right? My C sharp minor. And then when it gets to the heavier part of the song, when that first big chorus comes in, right? I'm at the B, and I'm going to go into the chorus, and I drop down to a full, rich baby chord, and I can play the rest of the song up in this range and use more of the deep notes on these bottom strings, right? So again, a little bit more intermediate. You have 2 places you can play E that sound really good. Here and here. You have 2 places to play A. Down here and up here. You have 2 places to play B. Here and up here. And C sharp minor, well, there you kind of stuck there, C sharp minor. So, again, in the verses, keep it nice and mellow up here, and then the chorus, bring it in, nice and loud, right? So that's the key of E. Beautiful, beautiful, airy kind of key to play in. And this is what I love about guitar. On a piano, it doesn't matter what key you play in, a piano's a piano. But with a guitar, when you play in a different key, it changes the sound so much. And so the key of E is something we use quite often for those kind of angelic sorts of songs. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Learn it. Remember, start with G. Once you have that mastered, then go on to C. And once you have C mastered, now you can try E out. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.